President of the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials, APCO International, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks here today in Arlington County Emergency Communications Center. I'm joined this morning by First Vice President Terry Hall, Interim Second Vice President Richard Murgon, and Interim Executive Director Mark Cannon. Many thanks to Commander John Crawford. Also, I'd wish to recognize Jack Brown, who leads the Office of Emergency Management that encompasses the Emergency Communications Center, and the long-term service of Deputy Commanders Vanessa Gaiman and Jeff Horwitz, who remember September 11, 2001 vividly from this very agency. Our appreciation goes out to everyone who served then and now. One such servant is Steve Soller, the former ECC Director, who was on the post in 2001. He is current Virginia Chapter APCO President and is currently the Director of the Fairfax County Communications. It is our distinct honor on this most solemn occasion to be part of Arlington County's remembrance of that fateful day 10 years ago by honoring the small group of public safety personnel who, though seldom seen, played an incredibly significant role on September 11th before the first units were dispatched and until the last units were brought back in service. They are the 911 call takers, dispatchers, and supervisors in New York City, Arlington County, Virginia, and Somerset County, Pennsylvania. APCO's leadership is proud to stand with these public safety telecommunicators here in Arlington today, who, like their counterparts in New York and Pennsylvania, fielded the many heart-wrenching 911 calls from those in the Twin Towers, Pentagon, and aboard flights 93 and 77, and coordinated the radio transmissions of those they dispatched, some which were the last transmissions our uniformed personnel made. We also commemorate this region's proven capabilities to execute a large-scale regional response, which the 9/11 Commission found to be a national model in the wake of the September 11th tragedy. As we have said with each passing year since September 11th, we will never forget the fallen heroes and all who served us proud that day. In their memory, there are initiatives in Congress, the administration, and the nation still must take, many outlined in the 9/11 Commission report and reiterated on the 9/11 report card, to better protect and save lives before, during, and after emergencies, from everyday incidents to disasters and terrorist attacks. Emergencies that require police, fire, or emergency medical services can occur at any time, and the prompt response of police officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to protection of life and preservation of property. Furthermore, the safety of our police officers, fire, and rescue personnel is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from the citizens who call a public safety communications center. For these and many other reasons, public safety telecommunicators are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services. You are the vital link for our police officers, firefighters, and medical technicians and others by monitoring and directing their activities by radio, providing them information, and ensuring their safety. Your steadfast and diligent attention to detail has made the difference for so many of our nation's residents and visitors. These are the heroes that we turn our attention to today, the unsung heroes of September 11th, who, not only on that fateful day, but every day, 24/7, 365 days a year, respond first from under the headset. It is unfortunate that sometimes emergencies occur that are so unspeakable that their impact is felt on a much larger scale. 10 years ago today marked such an event that affected us all as Americans, and today it is my distinct honor and privilege to recognize those here in Arlington County who were there to answer the call in our nation's time of need. These individuals also represent the thousands of dedicated men and women who work every day around the clock to answer the call when the public needs help. The response to the September 11 attacks provided by the Arlington County Emergency Communications Center highlights the important work of our first responders and the need for the citizens to be educated and knowledgeable as to how to effectively utilize 911 services in times of emergency. APCO International is all about public safety communication services for our members and the rest of the public safety community. The public is the reason we come to work every day. We stand ready to help, and we have a number of resources available for the public to learn more about 911, as well as many other aspects of public safety communications. Flight 77 was American Airlines' morning, daily scheduled transcontinental flight from Washington Dulles International Airport to Los Angeles International Airport. On September 11, 2001, the aircraft flying this route, a Boeing 757, was hijacked by 5 Al-Qaeda terrorists and deliberately crashed into the Pentagon as part of the September 11th attacks. Less than 35 minutes into the flight, the hijackers stormed the cockpit and forced the passengers to the rear of the aircraft. Unknown to the hijackers, passengers aboard were able to make telephone calls to loved ones and relay information on the hijacking. The aircraft crashed into the west side of the Pentagon at 9:37. All 64 people on board the aircraft, including the hijackers, were killed. We will now observe a minute of silence when this tragedy occurred to mark 10-year remembrance of September 11th attacks and to honor the victims and fallen heroes. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here to recognize the brave men and women of Arlington County. In further recognition, we present Commander Crawford with this proclamation. The commitment to your profession by you and all who serve Arlington County's emergency communication is appreciated by all of us at APCO International, as well as the citizens you serve and we serve. Thank you. Now just read the closing paragraph. Now therefore, I, Gregory T. Riddle, President of APCO International, in the presence of Commander John D. Crawford and all assembled, do hereby proclaim observance of the 10-year remembrance of the September 11th attacks, honoring the victims and highlighting the model regional response to the Pentagon incident by the Arlington County Emergency Communications Center. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you, John.